guys, it's the boy of sugar. Keep watching to see how I've transformed myself into Helga Pataki from Hey Arnold. Keep that video moving, football head. Helga Pataki is a look that I've wanted to create for a while because I kind of relate to the character. When I was younger, I was very emotional, just like Helga was, and a little bit angry at the world, maybe a little bit cynical. For those of you who do not know the show was on Nickelodeon in the 90s. Helga is obsessed with this boy in her 4th grade class named Arnold, and she has a locket, a heart locket, that she always carries with her, and she will bully him and she'll say all these horrible, nasty things to his face, like, "Move it, football head," because he has a football-shaped head. And then she'll turn the corner, and then she'll pull out this locket with this picture in it and start gushing over it. I'm very excited to do this, and I also think it's going to be really funny. I actually know it'll be funny. So I worked all day today. I had skincare on from this morning and makeup, although most of it is already probably gone. So we're just going to work over top of what I have right now. This is actually going to be a really easy look to create because I'm going to make sure that all dimensionality looks very 2D. I'm actually not going to be making it look like a human version of Helga Pataki. I'm going to try to make it as close to the cartoon as possible. So for this, I'm using a lot of new product that I've never used before. One of the biggest things that I've invested in is Mehron's Paradise paints. They sell palettes of these paints and they also sell individual colors. I actually made my own palette, as you can see right there. They are water-activated paints. So what's different about this is the cream needs to be set, whereas these just dry. So for me, these are actually a little bit easier to work with. They're a little bit less frustrating as well. For some of this, I will be using a sponge. You're going to dip your sponge into a little bit of water, and you're going to use it just barely damp when you're applying the color. So you're literally just going to swipe the color, apply, swipe the color, apply. And you kind of have to wait a little bit of time in between for it to dry. If you make your own palette or if you buy a palette, it also comes with a really fine tip brush, which is really, really nice for detailing. For a lot of this look too, it's going to be an optical illusion. So you're going to notice that I'm going to paint my neck thinner. I'm going to block out areas so that I look more like a cartoon, so it is going to look very strange against this backdrop. When I put the photos through the editing process later, it'll make more sense. I'm going to draw in the basic outline of Helga Pataki's clothes, her eyes, and also her brow. I'm going to leave the bangs till last, and you'll understand why when I show you what I've made to create the look. So as you can see, that was a little bit of a task, and the reason why is because it's a cartoon, it's 2D, I'm a 3D person. Sometimes it's kind of hard to map out how you feel like the character should look. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to start filling in with color. One of the most helpful brushes that I'm going to use is this one by Sephora Collection. It is the Airbrush Foundation Brush. They do not carry this exact one anymore, but there's one that's almost identical in the new Pro line. As you notice here too, I drew a gold heart on my chest. The reason why I drew that is because that's where her locket is going to be hanging from her neck. I'm going to be drawing Arnold inside of the locket later on in the look. For Helga's skin, because she is very, very fair, I'm going to be using a foundation of mine. This one is Marc Jacobs Remarkable Foundation. The reason why I'm using this foundation is because it's very, very full coverage, and it's also not really going to move on me, which is going to be helpful. It's going to make the water-activated paints a little bit more easy to layer over it. For any of the finer detailing, I'm going to use a flat concealer brush like this. And I'm also going to be using a tiny eyeliner brush like this. This one is Bobbi Brown's eyeliner brush. I already kind of feel Helga's attitude taking over me. Out of my way, geek bait! Now before I go any further with cleaning up any of the lines, I'm just going to set the foundation with Ben Nye's Neutral Set. It's a really, really, really great translucent powder. So I'm just literally just going to press and roll it onto the foundation. to paint inside my locket. Now obviously this is going to be a lot more heavy on the detail than the rest of the look, so I'm going to be using this bent liner brush by Sephora Collection. It is brush number 23. Oh, Arnold, why am I so cruel to you? Perhaps maybe to hide my true, deep affection for you. Now I'm going to add some black contacts so that my eyes are less dimensional. What a maroon. Just a couple more details. So I made this headpiece. I took a yellow baseball cap, I cut the bill off of it. Then I cut some foam and I attached it to the side. Took a bow and I glued it right to the top of this. Now watch. Now of course I can't just leave it like this, I have to also paint in the bangs as well. Alright losers, I'm done. And you clowns better not make fun of me or you'll have to answer to Old Betsy and the 5 Avengers. Thank you guys so much for watching, I guess. Make sure to give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe to me if you have not already. Until next time, buckos.